Good afternoon, folks. Big Bo here with another great diesel motorhome value from Parkway RV Center. And folks, today we're going to look at a very nice and clean 2008 Winnebago Destination. This is the model 39W. It's a little over 39 feet long. It has two power slide outs, and one of them's 21 feet long. So this is actually, as far as square footage, is the equivalent of a 3 or a 4 slider in other brands. Of course, this is a brand that's kind of near and dear to me since I own one. This is a Winnebago, kind of the brand that's synonymous with any Class A RV. Got a rear engine, 340 horsepower, 6.7 ISB Cummins diesel with 660 pound-feet of torque. Got an incredible 10,000 pound towing capacity. It's only got 42,000 miles. Got a 6 kW diesel generator by Awning, which is also a Cummins diesel engine, and much more. This thing's loaded out. It was over $192,000 new. I've got it today with 42,000 miles, 90-day warranty, in excellent condition for $79,900. Now, I don't know about you folks, but I've never drove a vehicle 42,000 miles and got $110,000 worth of use out of it. But that's what it cost these people that had this thing in depreciation. And you can see this is a huge, just about a full wall slide out, 21 feet long, got an awning on it. You know, this unit's got the 7 foot 3 inch ceilings in it, like the Alphas have. Got a Freightliner custom chassis, one of the few brands with a standard low maintenance fiberglass roof. One thing I love about Winnebago, folks, and why I own one myself, you see, I do a lot of the parts ordering here. And in other brands, when you got an RV that's 10, 12, 15, 20 years old, parts are very hard to find. The reason I drive a Winnebago is Winnebago is the only brand that builds 80% of their parts in-house. What does that mean? That means if you've got a 30-year-old Winnebago motorhome, you can get 80% of the parts for it directly from the factory. If you need a compartment door, they'll send you the exact compartment door, even if it's 30, 40-year-old unit. You know, if you need a part for a cabinet or anything like that, folks, if you need a part for a seat, they build the seats. They even build their own frames, folks. They're the first RV manufacturer to open up their own in-house frame shop. They weren't happy with the quality of the frames that they were getting from the aftermarket vendors, so they did something at the time was unheard of, and they built a huge factory just to build the frames. In other words, the frame, it's steel and aluminum. It's all interlocking, so it's very strong. This frame is built for a 2008 39W Winnebago Destination. This frame is, you know, other brands, you're going to see the same frame on a Fleetwood as you do a Coachman or a Forest River product. They're all going to use the same frames, and they have to design the motorhome around the frame. Well, Winnebago's engineers designed the frame and the motorhome simultaneously, so you're not giving up anything just to make it work on the frame. So it's very strong. They use an automotive steel front end. See, this windshield does not have a rubber gasket like other brands use. This thing is glued right to the metal frame, which it greatly increases the strength and safety if you ever get into an accident. All that's designed and built right in. This is a one-piece windshield. You've got steel construction in the cab area and in critical points throughout the entire motorhome, and aluminum through the rest. So this thing is very strong. Full pass-through storage on a Freightliner custom chassis. Got the backup camera system with the side monitors too, so if you turn your blinkers on, you'll be able to see right beside you on your camera. Beautiful full body paint. You know, folks, $192,000 back in 2008 is not a cheap rig by no means. Got the basement air conditioner, and that's a Winnebago exclusive. And what that is, folks, it's 10% quieter and 40% more efficient than dual roof airs. You don't have condensation dripping out on your roof from your rooftop units. All your ductwork and everything is run through the top just like a rooftop unit, but you don't have that, you don't have your shrouds up there, your plastic shrouds like you do on other ones. They get brittle and break every few years. You know, those are a couple $100s to replace. This is more like a house style, residential style units, 25,000 BTU. And it's also got a auxiliary heat pump. So you have electric and gas heat, as well as a very efficient air conditioner. And it's nice and cool inside, folks. I've got it running right now. Got the side mounted radiator so you're not blowing out stuff all over your tow vehicle. And 10,000 pound hitch, so it'll tow pretty much any vehicle you want to put behind it, folks. If you want to put a full-size Escalade or a Suburban or an Expedition, this can tow it. Triple power steps. And notice that there's no delamination on the RV. This thing's obviously been kept undercover, sitting on Michelin tires that look immaculate. Got the Atwood hydraulic level up system. Makes leveling it up a breeze. Good looking motorhome, folks. You haven't even seen the inside yet. Let's see. And you can see it's got the polyethylene coated compartment, so you can just take a hose to them if you spill something in them. And that's all the way through, pass-through storage, and it's basically the whole belly. So you've got a huge amount of outside storage. Let's look inside this 39W Winnebago Destination. One thing I also like about it, you've got level controls right there by the door. And they're automatic. So push a button, let it do the rest. And I'm going to go ahead and lock the door because today's Saturday and I've already been interrupted about 3 or 4 times shooting this video. Alrighty, folks, as we step inside, there's no smoke or pet odors. I've got everything turned on and I can't find a thing that doesn't work yet. The fridge is cold, the lights work, the inverter works, generator runs. I'm plugged into 50 amp power right now, so I've got the basement air cranking out AC, and it's nice and cool in here. And I don't know how well you can tell in the videos, but you've got 7 foot and 3 inch tall roofs. So you've got a huge amount of space you're not going to get cramped in. Up here in the front, this is a Freightliner chassis, so you're never going to have a problem getting service performed on it because that is the most common chassis on a diesel motorhome. And most diesel mechanics, the Freightliner chassis is what they learned to be a diesel mechanic on, a Freightliner chassis and a Cummins diesel. 6.7 ISB Cummins, 660 pound-feet of torque, 340 horsepower, 6-speed Allison, 2500 transmission. It's an adaptable transmission, so it adjusts to its driving style, to your driving style. Got a lot of space here for the passenger. Backup camera, the dash looks great. And you notice, folks, there's no claw marks on the dash, no pick marks or anything like that. You always want to look for that because cats and dogs love to sit on the dash when you're parked, and they'll pick this vinyl cover to death. So you can always tell real quick, even if you don't smell it, if they've had animals in here. And it does not have any animal smells, any signs of animals. Heated power mirrors. I mean, this is a good looking rig. You've got a privacy curtain that goes all the way around so you don't lose any cab space. Factory CD stereo, Sirius equipped. Got leather flex steel chairs that swivel for party seating. Got Destination embroidered on them. Got a sofa that folds out and makes a queen size bed. You've got a table booth that makes a bed. You've got a comfortable leather chair. All these cabinets, all the woodwork in here is built by Winnebago, so you can always get replacements if you need them. Got a big TV, got surround sound. It's got a satellite system on the roof, fantastic vent fan. I've printed out a factory brochure, and I've got an NADA base retail value in here. I don't ever add options, and I'll go over that here in a minute. You've got the Apollo 3-in-1 cooking center, and what this is, you've got a gas stove top, you've got a microwave and an electric oven that browns and cooks in half the time of a conventional oven. So I've got one in my motorhome, folks. I love it. I use the electric oven more than the gas oven, and I do a lot of cooking, believe me. Stainless steel residential style sink, lots of cabinets, lots of storage. Got the upgrade 13 cubic foot Norcold refrigerator freezer with built-in ice maker. It's clean. and cold. Of course, I know you really can't tell. I don't have my thermometer with me today, but keep in mind, folks, you know, we can sell this thing to you a couple of different ways. Let me go ahead and explain this before we get too much in the video. We can give you two options. The $79.9 price, folks. If you want it for that price, it's going to include a 90-day nationwide limited warranty that goes into effect the day you pick it up or we deliver it. It's going to include a major systems check by my RV techs that will be completed after purchase. And what it is, folks, after you purchase this RV, it's going to go on the line in the shop, or in queue is what we call it. I don't know how many's in front of it because I don't know when you're buying this RV. Could be a week from now, week and a half from now, 2 weeks from now. Much past that, I'm going to assume it's going to sell or already be sold. But what I want you to do is, if you want to buy it that way, before you bid on eBay, and yes, we sell a bunch of these things on eBay, folks, and not all eBay customers buy on eBay. I advertise on 20 of the most popular websites on the internet for RV sales, and eBay is one of them. But just because it's listed on eBay doesn't mean it's got a deposit on it, because I don't take them off till the deal closes. So always, you want to call before bidding on eBay on any kind of major purchase, whether it's from us or another dealer, whether it's an RV, car, truck, boat, or whatever. You always want to call ahead before bidding just to make sure. But what I want you to do is I want you to call our non-commissioned sales department. Ask them for a copy of what we check out for the price you pay and what we repair if needed. And also, you want to find out the current lead time for a Class A diesel checkout. You know, I can't imagine this thing needing much of anything at all. That way, there's no surprises for you, the buyer, or us, the seller. You know, we sell almost 600 used RVs a year because we have the lowest prices on the internet. And, you know, and to keep our overhead down, to keep our prices low, we don't check these things till we sell them. And a lot of dealers are like that when they're the size of us. We got 170 RVs out here, so there's no way to check 170 used RVs without hiring a lot more help, and that means more overhead and higher prices. So there's no way I can check out 170 used RVs before I put them on the market, because I'd have to hire 20 RV techs, and those guys are not cheap. I mean, a good RV tech makes 6 figures a year, so a good certified RV tech like I use. But anyway, folks, you know, that way there's no surprises. You know how long it's going to take to check it out, and you know what we check for the price you pay. Now, that option, the price is $79.9. It's haggle-free, non-negotiable. If you want those services and you offer me $79,899 for it, I'm going to tell you to cough up another dollar, because I'm not going to sell it for that price. However, if you want to take the unit as is, and that's no inspection, no waiting to get it inspected, no warranty, you don't get a walkthrough, you don't get a demonstration. What I will do is I will plug the unit up just like it is now, and just say, here you go through it, make your decision. I'm going to let you go through it. You can cut the air conditioners on, cut the lights on, you know, check anything you want to check on it. You can test drive it. And if you decide you want to go that route, you know, you don't have to tell me till after you go through it yourself. Then we can either put it in line for service, or you can take it home with you the day you pay for it. If you don't want the warranty, you don't want the inspection. And I will discount this RV if I don't have to pay my guys to check it out, if I don't have to pay them to do a walkthrough and fix anything that might be wrong with it on our inspection list. And I say major systems check, folks. It's a pretty extensive list. Just to kind of give you a nutshell, or give you an idea, you know, what we check and repair if needed for the price you pay covers, but not limited to, the running, the driving. It covers the jacks and the slide system, covers the awnings. It covers the generator, inverters. It covers all your outside bays. Make sure they open and close. Make sure you got your keys, your steps. Covers that. Inside, it covers your air conditioner, your heat pump, your furnace, your water heater, your LP system. Make sure there's no leaks. We cover your water system. Make sure there's no leaks in the tanks. Make sure your water pump works. Make sure your city water works. Make sure all your spigots and faucets work. We check your microwave, convection oven, your stovetop, refrigerator on gas and electric. We check all your drawers and cabinets. We make sure your sofa and table fold out like they're supposed to. And and much more. We make sure all your plug-ins work like they're supposed to. Everything's a proper voltage. Everything's a proper amperage. I mean, we really go through these things, and that's included for that $79.9 price. And even if we have to spend $10,000 on parts to make an RV pass the inspection, we're not going to go up on the price 1 cent. Now, I'd be seriously doubt we're going to spend much of anything, if anything at all, to check this unit out. This unit was $192,000 new. The people have taken, as far as I can tell, exceptional care of this motorhome. I don't foresee us having to do a lot of stuff to it. So what I'm getting at, folks, when you plug this, if you want to buy it as is and you plug it up and go through it to make your decision, it's going to be a pretty easy decision to make, I think, about buying it as is. But that's entirely up to you. I will tell you this, we sell almost 600 RVs a year. About 70% of buyers take the inspection and the warranty. About 30% of them take it as is, and it's entirely up to you. We like to give you options. So make sure you talk to your salesperson. You get a price either way, and you can make your decision. I think as you look online, folks, you check the NADA, you check eBay, RV Trader, and all the other popular RV sales websites, you start looking at other dealers, 2008 Destination 39Ws, you're going to see we've got the lowest priced one out there. These things are, I've seen some of these exactly like ours for $100,000 online. And that's not counting the fees that they charge. At Parkway RV Center, we have no fees. The price is haggle free and it's out the door. You're not going to get hit up with thousands of dollars worth of warranty fees and thousands of dollars worth of prep fees and dock fees and destination fees and processing fees, corporate fees, acquisition fees, and all that stuff, folks. All those fees these other dealers charge you, and there are dealers out there on an RV like this that are going to charge you $5,000 and $6,000 in fees on top of the price. All those fees are 100% dealer profit, 100% unnecessary to purchase a used or new RV. So, and you can look at the NADA, folks. I didn't add any options because you don't have to with our prices. 2008 Destination 39W Freightliner, $192,000 list price new. Average retail $88,900. So I'm $9,000 under retail without any options. That's not including the washer and dryer that it has. That's extra. It's not including the available satellite this unit has. That's extra. It's not including the four-door fridge. That's an upgrade. I mean, you could add another $5,000 or $6,000 in options to that price if you wanted to, and it'd be, you know, 14, 15 grand under retail. But, and I tell people this, if you be very wary of anybody that lists options on the NADA, because so many people mistakenly or fraudulently, even dealers, add options to an NADA. That's standard equipment. This isn't the 1970s, folks. Air conditioning standard equipment on an RV. A refrigerator, the standard refrigerator is a standard option on an RV. The stovetop's a standard option. The awning's a standard option. The water heater, the furnace, the inverter, all that stuff standard options. The TV standard option in this particular model. All that stuff standard options, folks. So why do you add for it? It doesn't make sense. If you are trying to sell one and you want to do an NADA, or you're looking at one and you want an accurate NADA, do what I do, folks. Go online, 30-second Google search. Again, Google is RV shopper's best friend. And you can download the factory 2008 Destination brochure. And you can read and study this brochure. It's about 14, 15 pages long. You'll know more about this motorhome than I do. And it'll also have a list of what's standard and what's optional in this particular floor plan motorhome. And you can use that to value it on NADAguides.com. It's as easy as that, folks. Always do your homework. You know, another reason Google's your best friend, you can research and compare prices on pretty much every 2008 Destination 39W for sale in the country right now. And you can do that within a 30-second search. And that is what's going to tell you the true market value. A lot of times NADA and market value are polar opposites, but the best way to see if you're getting a good deal or not is see what everybody else is asking for the same make and model. It's low tech, it's simple, but it works. Back to the tour. You've got a side walk-through bathroom. Got the glassed-in shower, got the porcelain upgrade toilet, got the vanity top. shower, and thanks to its almost 7.5 foot tall roof, you don't have to have one of those troublesome skylights. You don't have to worry about getting brittle and breaking every few years or leaking, because you don't have to have a skylight for a tall person like me when you got a 7.5 foot ceiling. You step through here, you go into the back bedroom. You got a queen island bed, tons and tons of storage. Folks, this thing has probably got more closet space, more storage space than any 39 foot out there. It does have the optional washer and dryer combination, and we'll make sure it works. I mean, you've got a big closet there. Of course, it's like you've got your outside ladder extension and some kind of rack back there for something. I'm gonna leave it in there, folks. So it's there. You know, you can figure out what it goes to if you want to, or my guys will. Got a headboard on the bed. You've got your own stereo, tons of storage, and another closet over there. And remember, folks, from that leather swivel rocker recliner right there to the end of this bed is all on a slide out, 21 foot long slide out, plus your normal living room slide out. So this has got square footage is about as the equivalent of a triple or a quad slide in other RVs. Of course, you got a solid sliding privacy door, so you can completely isolate the bedroom, and you can completely isolate the bathroom if you want to. Folks, this unit's $79.9 with the services I described, and it does have the solar battery charger. This is the at-a-glance thing that Winnebago has, and everything's right here in one spot. Your slide-out controls. It's got your air conditioner, your inverter controls, your power management system. It's got that really nice monitoring system for your tanks. And Winnebago invented this. And what it is they designed a system that puts the sensors on the outside of the tank. So you actually get a true reading of all your tanks. Because here's what happens when 99% of RVs have the sensors in the tanks. Now I know this may be a little gross, but like on the black water tank, if you've let it sit up for a while and it's got toilet paper in there, it's going to stick to the sensors and show that it's full when it's really not. Well, you don't have to worry about that with these because the sensors are all on the outside of the tank. That's a Winnebago exclusive. You're talking about a brand that's been around for over 60 years. They're the most innovative brand out there, folks. Or excuse me, 50 years. And Winnebago comes up with stuff well before anybody else does. $79.9 with the services I provided. Or if you want a discounted price, taking it as is, just call our non-commissioned salespeople to be happy to get you a price. We'll trade. We have long-term financing available up to 180 months with approved credit and 10% down payment minimum. You know, you look at what this thing costing you, folks, you're saving $110,000, and you're saving 15 to 20 grand by the time you figure in the money we're saving you on the fees and the fact that you don't have to buy a warranty with it and all that stuff. You're saving about 15 to 20 grand over what the same make and model is going to cost you at another RV dealership. And that's because we're Parkway RV Center, folks. We've been in business for 49 plus years. We're one of the nation's oldest, largest, and most successful independently owned used RV dealerships. I got 170 used RVs out here, folks. You can look through any kind of type, size, or brand you can imagine at the lowest prices on the internet. I have people that fly in and drive in from all over the country every single week. I'm talking about people from California, Washington State, New York, Canada, Florida, Kentucky, South Carolina. I had some people here from South Dakota this week that bought one that came down. I had some people from California that bought a Class B Plus that we had that flew down here to buy it. Folks, we're saving people so much money on prices that people are traveling thousands of miles to buy from us, and we can do the same thing for you. We're very straightforward. We don't sugarcoat the truth. Like I said, the price is haggle-free. Doesn't matter how far you got to travel to get here. If you want the services provided, it's $79.9. Doesn't matter if you got to travel 3,000 miles. Doesn't matter if you're looking at it online and buying it sight unseen, or you're here in person looking at it. It's the same price. You know, the only way it's negotiable is if you just jump in it and go. No checkout, no walkthrough, no warranty, because that stuff costs me a lot of money, and I will discount it what all that stuff cost me. Your choice, folks. We give you options. Either way you want to buy it, you're going to get an incredible low mileage diesel motor home for a fraction of what it costs new. You're going to save $110,000, and you're going to have a great stress-free experience. No commission salespeople, no games, no gimmicks, no drama, no trouble, none of that stuff, folks. When you sell almost 600 RVs a year with 4 non-commissioned salespeople, they don't have time for time, trouble, drama, games, or gimmicks, folks. No more than you do. In fact, they have less time for those games and gimmicks than most of you will. So give us a call, folks. You know, we've been doing this a long time. You know, everybody here pretty much owns RVs. I love them, they love them, and I'm going to tell you, folks, you've got to have fun with them. And I know this is kind of off topic, but let me tell you something about RVs, folks. I've been around these things for 20 years, and people get in too much of a hurry in these things. Slow down, enjoy it. Part of owning an RV is you enjoy getting to where you're going, but you also enjoy the ride there. If you've got a 12-hour drive ahead of you in an RV to go on vacation, take 24 hours. If there's a state park on your way that's 15, 20, 30 miles from the interstate, check it out. You never know what kind of hidden gem you'll find. Have a picnic lunch. Drive in the right lane, 65 miles an hour, and just take it easy. Enjoy the scenery, enjoy the ride. If you're tired, stop and sleep. Don't get in a hurry in these things, folks. That's part of the lifestyle of owning an RV, is that you take your time, you enjoy life, you enjoy everything. You know, if you want to run 80, 85 miles an hour and you're worried about fuel mileage and all this stuff, buy a Honda and stay in a hotel room. But RVs are just being carefree, take it easy, and enjoy the ride. Anyway, folks, that's just a little thing I wanted to add. Give us a call, drop us an email. I look forward to seeing you here in beautiful Ringgold, Georgia.